on a mat today.
Okay.
Just a football on a mat. Okay, so we're going to start with standing. Grab a hold of the football. You're going to place it behind your back against the wall. Hi Naomi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So we're just going to use a football and a mat today, and you need a wall, a free wall. Yep, so just move that chair out of the way and you'll be good to go.
Yep, cool. Just go, Matt. Oh, right.
Okay, so we're going to do footwork. So I just want your feet to walk out a little bit. Don't have them straight underneath you. If your feet are straight underneath you, you'll feel the ball sort of pushing you forward. You don't want that. You want to be able to push against the ball. And you're just going to pop it in the small of your back. Keep your feet hip width apart, so a little bit narrower than what I've currently got. And we're just going to, you want your back just like we did with the chair, nice straight back, like a pin drop. And you're just going to come down the wall, use the ball to glide you down, and push it all the way back up. So when you come up, you don't want your back to round over the ball. You want it to stay straight. Just keep going. I forgot to change my view to see you all properly. There we go. That's it, Dave. You're on a bit of a lean with the shoulders. So just sort of pretend like that's it. That's it. Cass, your feet are too wide. We're going hip width apart. That's it. And keep the knees traveling over the feet. Make sure they're not tripping out to the sides or coming into the middle. Okay, we're going to come down as low as you can. Hold here. Keep your tummy on. Just hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And we're going to pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Stay down low. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way to the top. You'll walk your feet back closer to you this time, because you're going to come up on your tippy toes, but keep the feet parallel, okay? And hip width apart. And we're just going to lower down and come back up. Push right up. Keep those heels raised as you lower down and as you press up. We've got 8 more. 8, 7. You okay, Naomi? Maybe she's frozen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down to halfway. Keep the heels raised. Lower the heels down and raise them up. Lower and raise. My legs are shaking. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And coming all the way up. Bring your feet into a V, heels together. And we're going to come down into plie. So the knees go out wide and push all the way up. Squeeze the sit bones when you get to the top. Come all the way down, push all the way up. So the heels are up off the ground and all the way up. So just watch you're not leaning back on that ball with your shoulders. It's just there as a nice guide to roll against. That's it. Make sure you're squeezing those sit bones and zipping up those inner thighs all the way up and down. If it gets too much, as low as you can go, just start making the reps a bit smaller, that's okay. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Come down and pulse for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay. Bring your feet together underneath you, and we're going to do some heel raises. So we're just going to raise up on the tippy toes and lower them down. Up and down. 10 of these, so 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You okay, Naomi? Last one, come hard. Now don't let the heels touch, but pulse for 20, 19, 18. Keeping the heels off the floor, so you're pulsing in the upper range. Keeping the legs straight, up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet come out a little bit wider. I'm going to do the internal hip rotation. So you want to turn your feet in, that's it, Heidi, yep. Cass, turn your toes in like a pigeon-toed and bring your knees to touch. You can come up on your tippy toes or you can have flat feet, whatever's comfortable for your ankles. You're going to lower down and press all the way up. As far as you can keep the knees together though, just like we do on the reformer. 8 more. Keep a strong connection with the knees. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep challenging yourself, go as low as you can. 2, and 1, halfway, and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, that was fun. Okay, so we're going to come down. This one's even funner. It's fun, but it's challenging. Now, I'm going to do it on the mat like this because I've done it a lot and I'm not worried. But some of you may want to do it so that when you put your hands on the ground, they come so that your back will come up towards the wall so that you don't end up rolling over if you're concerned about rolling over. So I'll just demonstrate so you know what I mean, because we're going to do some pipes first. So you're going to come out into a plank. So just get your feet together on the ball like this. Get your hands firmly into the mat and legs want to come out. Okay. So on your exhale, keeping the legs as straight as you can, you're going to lift your body up. Keep looking at the ball. Don't look at the floor. And then slowly lower. So if you try and do that with a bent leg, that's it, Heidi. So where your gaze goes is the most important, and you've got to keep those legs straight. They're playing a part. Those quadriceps or your thigh muscles are working. So Dave, when you go back, your knees shouldn't be on the ball. So when you come up, it should be the tops of your feet on the ball. Same with you, Cass, and inch forward a little bit more. Yeah, that's it. So your whole shin, when you start, from your knee down, should be on the ball. And then when you pike up, it should just be your feet. Only go where it's safe. So when you come up, feel as though there's a string on your tailbone, lifting you for the ceiling. Zip up the tight jeans, and when you get to where you think you can go, just try that tiny little millimetre more and see if you can't get your whole back up straight and slowly come back down to the plank again. Straight legs, Cass. Straight legs. If you can't come up as high as me, I've been doing it a lot longer, it's okay. Just play around with it. That's it. Good work.
It's really hard.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome though. You feel really strong and controlled. Okay, that's enough of those. Now we're going to do some jackrabbits. So staying on the ball in a plank. Out in a plank. And we're literally just going to tuck the knees in and exhale as we press the the knees back out. Keep pulling the belly button to the spine and squeezing through the back of the legs, and it really extend those legs as you push back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. How's that? It's fun, isn't it? I love it. Okay, grab a drink if you need one. So we're gonna do a little tummy and back variation here. So you need to be able to place your feet one in front of the other against the wall into the sort of corner of the wall, and you want to balance yourself so that you're on your hip and you're able to keep the balls still. So this is like the side sit-ups we do in the barrel in the studio or over the box. So you inhale over, that's it Heidi, and then exhale to come up. Inhale over. So your legs have got to be straight. Find that balance first, Naomi, that's it. And then exhale to come up. Draw that rib down towards that hip. Exhale to come up. Six more. Yeah, you got it. You got it now, Naomi. Awesome. 5, 4, 3. Exhale as you come up. 2 and 1. Okay, come over onto your tummy. Who knew what a fit ball could do? Okay, place the heels against the wall, but your feet want to be in a bit of a turnout. So your heels are against the wall and your toes are too, just to help you get that leverage. And you want the ball to be on your pelvis in the lower part of your tummy, so you get more back extension, okay? So, but you've got to feel secure. So, that's it. So we're going to inhale down and exhale, lift up. When you inhale to come down, I want you to feel the length through the back of the neck all the way down. So really feel like you're pulling your head out of your shoulders and lengthening that spine. Inhale to come up nice and high, and exhale to lower down. Really squeeze those glutes when you get to the top, and lower down. And just feel like you're lifting that sternum up to the ceiling when you get to the top. If you want more of a challenge, extend both arms out straight. And we're going to come up with your arms up to the ceiling and feel like you're reaching for the ceiling, reaching for the wall in front of you as you lower down. Inhale to come up, really reaching long. Exhale to lower down. 2 more. Really lift up out of your hips. Make sure you're not overextending your neck when you come up. Keep your head in line with your spine. And lowering down. Have a little break here. We're going to do some thoracic extension to warm up to some swimming. So you just want to dangle down over the ball and keep your arms bent, just down like that. Yep. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, bring the forearms up to be a little higher than the elbows. So bring the elbows pointing down towards the ground and the fingertips up to the ceiling. Okay? And then we're going to lift up, and then we're going to reach out, and we're going to come back, and then we're going to lower down. So forearms come up, we lift up, keep the head long, chin tucked in. You inhale, reach the arms long, and exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades as you bring your arms back down and lower your body down. Inhale, the arms come up, elbows point down. Inhale, we come into extension. That's it, reaching long, drawing the arms back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and lower down. So coming right up, so you don't want to dump into that lower back. You're coming up, you want to feel the work in those upper ribs here. Okay, so the squeeze where the shoulder blades are. Your lower back will be working somewhat because we just worked at doing the swan. But I want you to think about the bend coming by pulling that chest through. Keeping your head and chin tucked in, so you don't want to be looking up at the ceiling like this and putting wrinkles in the back of your neck and unnecessary pressure. Low, resting down, give your back just dangle over the ball. Give your back a bit of a breather. We're going to have both arms out in front of us. And we're going to come up. Not the full way like we did before, just so we're in a nice diagonal line. And we're going to swing. So you're going to move your arms, keeping them straight in your own range. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep the tummy on. It's just a small movement. Little kicks. Keep the chin tucked in, length through the neck. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guess what? We've got side obliques on the other side. Okay, so getting ourselves ready so the feet are against the corners of the floor and the wall. Find a nice stable position. Once everyone's ready, make sure your hands are behind your ears. If your hands are behind your head and you can keep your head in place, that's fine. But if your hands go behind your head and you pull your head forward, it's not fine. So place your hands behind your ears, or you can place one hand on your hip, the hip that you're lifting up to. Inhale, think of length through the crown of the head as you go over. Exhale to come up. Inhale to wrap yourself down around the ball. Exhale, glide that rib down towards that hip. Really squeeze into those obliques. 6 more. 5, 4. Squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to the original side. We're going to do some rotation. Just mix it up, give that other side a break. Okay. So get yourself in position. And you want to be in a diagonal, like lifted up but in a diagonal. You don't want to be up in that side bend. Okay, you want to feel that these are holding you here. And you're going to exhale, rotate towards the ground. And inhale, open back up. Just till you're straight. That's it. Exhale to rotate. Inhale to come back. So really use the fact that you're breathing all the air out to allow you to get more rotation as you get through those ribs. They'll rotate more. Heidi, try not to look down. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. 4 more. 3. Exhale, don't stop breathing. Last one. Beautiful. We're going to swap sides. How's everyone feeling? Good? That's good. Okay, other side. We've got 10 rotations. And we're going to move on to some bridges. Okay. So find yourself in a secure position. Think of being on a diagonal in a lengthened position. And we're going to exhale, rotate. So think about as you're rotating, keeping the hips and legs still. So the rib cage rotates around the spine. So you really feel these muscles here in your back working and your obliques. Make sure you're not pulling your head down towards the ground. Keep it long. 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Just turn around. Keep your feet on the wall. And if you want just to stretch, you can just sort of reach back and just bend back over the ball. Get your breath back and just stretch out your abs. And your upper back. Okay, when you're ready, we'll just come back up. We're just going to come down and we're going to do some normal bridges on here, and then we're going to do, what are we doing? Up against the wall. Okay, so laying down, and you want some space between your hamstrings and the ball. You want to be able to push down onto this ball through the heels. That's it. Okay, so keeping your arms long, we're just going to do 4 normal bridges. Okay, so you're going to breathe in, and on your exhale, you're going to peel up. Press down in those heels. You'll feel all kinds of different things going on because the ball's completely unstable. You're going to inhale here to lengthen, and exhale to lower down. Exhale to peel up. Really curling that tailbone under. Inhale, feel that length through your whole spine and body. Energy out through the knees, and exhale to lower back down. Breathing in. Exhale to come up. Keep those ribs in line with the hips. You don't want to pop the ribs up higher. Keep the sternum melted. And lower down. One more. Exhale to peel up. Inhale, lengthen. Feel the hips pulling away from the ribs. And exhale to lower down. Okay. So now we're going to do some pressing in and out like we do on the reformer. So you've got to pretend. So normally on the reformer we're pushing away from the bar. But because the ball is the moving element here, the ball's going to push away. So we're going to peel all the way up. And then we're going to push the legs away and lengthen them out, keeping those hips up. So squeeze the back of the legs and then draw the ball back in towards you. Exhale to press the legs away and inhale to come back in. So really important when you're drawing it in and when you're reaching it out that you're still thinking of the tailbone tucking under. You're not dropping down low towards the ground. Okay, last one, back to neutral and lower down. Just straighten those legs out one at a time. Let's get those hamstrings lengthened in between because we're going to do another couple sets. Did anyone get a cramp? We're all good? Okay, just keep bending and straightening the leg until it feels nice and lengthened. And we're going to go again. Exhale to peel up. We're doing 5. Inhale, then exhale to extend. Inhale to draw it in. Exhale. Keep tucking that tailbone under. You should feel the work through the back of the legs. 2 more. Last one. And drawing in and lowering down. Woo! It's a killer for my hammies. Okay, one more set. Breathing in. And peeling up. Press out on the exhale. Drawing it back in on the inhale, out on the exhale. 3 more. Squeeze those glutes. 2 more. 2. And 1. And articulate down. So just hug the ball in with your legs. Place your hands out, palms up, at a palms facing the ceiling at sort of a 45-degree angle from your shoulder. Make sure your shoulders are still away from your ears, they haven't creeped up. And just really squeeze the ball. And as you inhale, you're going to let your knees rock to one side. Keep the shoulders on the mat. And then exhale, use your core to start, and the exhale breath, to melt the ribs first and the tummy. Drawing back until the pelvis is black on the ground, and then we inhale across to the other side. So you should feel a nice side stretch through those obliques we just worked. But you just want to keep the shoulders and the shoulder blades connected, especially the opposite shoulder. because that's how you get the stretch. If your whole body comes to, you won't feel it as much. And just moving with your breath. So you're just going to inhale across to one side, exhale to the center, and inhale to rock to the other side. One more each side. Okay. Now, come up to sitting. Oh no, hang on. Hang on. One more thing while we're here. So keep your feet, let's do it like this. Straight legs, out on the ball like this. Okay, and we're going to do some crunches. So if you need to support your head, you can interlace your hands behind your head to support your head. If not, you can have your arms long. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so we're going to exhale and we're going to stay up and we're going to keep sliding our ribs towards the hips. Point the toes. Make sure you're not bulging through those lower tummy muscles. And try not to use momentum. Start using momentum, it actually gets easier. So nice, deep and slow. Really think about scooping out that lower tummy as you do it. Keep the chin tucked in. Make sure you haven't started looking at the ceiling or sticking your chin out. Just keep relaxed through the neck and shoulders. We've got 20 more here. Make sure the ball isn't rocking around. Keep it nice and still. 4, 3, 2, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Place your hands behind your head. And we're going to do some oblique work here, keeping your feet on the ball. So you're going to curl up through the head, neck and shoulders, and then you're literally going to exhale across elbow to knee. Inhale to the center, lower down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to curl back up to the center. Exhale to lower down. Breathe in here. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, curl up again. And then lower down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hold up as high as you can. Exhale, rotate. Stay up as you rotate. Inhale, re-curl up to the center. And lower down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, down. 2 more each side. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, rotate. Inhale to the center. Exhale, down. So think of opposite rib sliding to the opposite hip so you get a really deep abdominal connection. Inhale back. And really make sure you're still curling up before you lower down. So you're staying up that whole time. It's where the burn happens. Exhale. Inhale. Okay. Now we're going to do some bridges that are pretty crazy. So make sure your mat is turned around to face the wall. So you can lay on it. And the ball's against the wall. So you want to be sort of reasonably close to the wall. Look, what have I got there? Maybe 2 feet, 500, 600 mil off the wall. 600 mil maybe off the wall. So your legs aren't straight up and down, they're on a diagonal. And they want to be placed evenly on the ball. You don't want more weight to one side of the ball or it's just going to throw your balance off. So make sure you've got it nice and centered and your legs are hip width apart. And we're just going to bridge up and let the ball roll up the wall as we bridge all the way up. When we get there, we're going to inhale and then exhale, melt through the sternum and connect one vertebrae at a time back down into the mat. All the way through till you're in neutral. Feel the heaviness in the tailbone as you breathe in, and then exhale to peel up again. So make sure those legs stay straight. When you get to the top, straight legs Naomi, when you get to the top, you really want to inhale. Feel the length and energy out through the feet, and then exhale, melt from the sternum. Keep that tailbone tucked under and the legs straight as you lower down. Fight the urge to bend the legs. You're lengthening through the back of those hamstrings. So breathing in, and exhale to peel up. One vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lengthen when you get up the top. Like feel yourself pulling your hips away from your ribs, and keep the feeling of length as you lower down on your exhale breath. Now we're going to add on here. So you're going to breathe in, and you're going to exhale up to the top, just like we did before. This time when you inhale, this is the challenge. Oh, this is the challenge. You're going to bring one leg off, and then draw it back nice and straight towards the ball. Anchor down through that leg. Bring the other leg off. Bring it back to the ball. You have to squeeze those glutes to keep those hips up. Breathe in and lower down. That's it. Straight leg stays on the ball. So both legs remain straight the whole time. Think of energy out through the feet. We just do one leg as you inhale. Reach it long like it's trying to touch the ceiling, and long when it goes back. And then the other leg, and then lower down. One each leg. Okay, and then you lower down on the exhale breath, and we do it again. We're going to do 4 sets. Okay, it's very important the legs are straight. If you've moved away from the wall and you want to go a bit closer, it can help. So inhale, really feel that stretch through the back of the leg when it reaches off the ball. And then feel the back of the leg engaging and working hard to support your weight on the moving surface. And lower down. Exhale. So when you reach the leg off as well, think about your hips, like keep your gaze on your hips. Make sure when the leg comes off that you're not collapsing through your waistline. Keep the waist long. So to be able to do that, your glutes and hamstrings need to be engaged, and your legs need to be really straight. As you reach back. So as you're reaching for the ceiling. Last one. How's everyone going?
Good.
A few rests in the house? Or is Naomi frozen? Are you there, Naomi? I think she's frozen. Oh, she's back. Okay. All right, so now we are going to, let's have a look. So turn the mat back around. Okay, so I want you to grab a hold of the ball, each side of your feet. So toe either side, and straighten the legs out. And what we're going to do just keep them on top first. Let's do a roll up first. So keep your feet on top of the ball, just warm up your spine again after we've been up against the wall. So inhale, reach your arms above your head. You're going to exhale, float your arms up above your shoulders. And then exhale, heel up towards your toes. Breathe in when you get there, and exhale to lower down. No? No go? Okay, we can make that easier. ball with your hands. and then make sure you've got room for the ball above your head. So we're going to do it this way instead. So you're going to inhale, float the ball above your head. Exhale, nod your chin towards your chest. Reach the ball towards your toes. Pull the belly button back towards your spine as you come forward, and inhale to sit tall. Make sure you're sitting tall all the way up, so stacking your vertebrae, squeeze the shoulder blades, length through the back of the neck. Now to go back, we roll off the sit bones, scoop through the tummy, keep pushing the belly button back to the spine and legs reaching long, and inhale as you reach the ball up and over your head. Exhale, inhale, float the ball up. Exhale, peel up. Reach that ball away from you, Heidi. That's it, that's it. Keep reaching, that's it. All the way forward towards your toes. Keep hollowing that tummy out. Really make sure those lower tummy muscles are working. And we're going to inhale to sit tall. Exhale to scoop under. And inhale. 2 more. Float the ball up. Exhale. Peel your spine up. Pull your belly button to your spine. Inhale, sit tall. What's that noise? Cass. And then lowering down. Last one. Exhale. Coming all the way up, pull your belly button towards your spine, and inhale to sit tall. How was that? Not so bad?
Yeah, good.
Thanks, better.
Okay, so the next one I have in mind may be challenging, so we'll see how we go. Keep a hold of the ball, we're going to lower down. Okay, and I'll just show you. I've inched my way up and there's no room for the ball. Okay, so we're going to bring the ball up and the legs up and transfer the ball to the legs. Arms go back above your head. That's it. And then exhale, come up, and inhale to lower down. So you've got to do a sit-up to transfer the ball. That's it. 4 more. It's amazing how light the legs feel when the ball's not there once you go back the other way. 3 more. Straight legs, guys. If lowering the ball too far to the ground is hurting your back, just keep it up here and just sit back down with your arms and then come back up and get the ball. I don't want you to hurt your back. Last one. Whew. Grab the ball and lower down. Let's try that teaser one more time. Feet on the ball. Let's place your arms down by your side. So make sure it's your ankles on the ball. So your legs are as low as they can be. Okay, and think about that roll up we just did, using those same muscles. And start by nodding your chin towards your chest, but keeping your gaze at your toes as you exhale. And activate the legs to lift up. Activate the legs. Point them away from you. Squeeze those quads. And lower back down.
Right, anyway, I'm doing that.
No, not that. I think that's funny. Okay, let's try a rollover. The ball's fun though, isn't it? Do you guys like the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll show you the rollover. Some of you may, oh Heidi, you like this type of thing in the studio, but you have the straps to support you. So this is a bit different. So you want both legs to be up towards the ceiling to start off with. And you're going to exhale, lift yourself up to touch the ball. And separate your legs. Hold on to the ball, place your arms back on the ground and control as you lower back down with the ball. Exhale, we scoop up and over. Transfer the ball from the hands. Bring your feet back together above the ball and lower down. So just when you lower down, come to a straight leg towards the ceiling to make it easier. The lowering the legs away is where the challenge gets quite crazy. So holding onto that ball, think of lifting your feet up behind you and using your tummy. So we're going to exhale. Use those tummy muscles. Let the toes tap the ball. Separate the feet. Grab the ball with your feet. Relax your hands on the ground. And slowly control with your tummy as you bring the ball back above your hips. How are we going? Not happening? Whoa, we need some ab work in the house, don't we? All right, everybody, can you hold onto the ball above your head and at least get your feet up onto the ball? Can we do that? That's it. So do it bent like Cassie just did and then straighten your legs on top. That's it. And then once you get there, think about lifting your sit bones to the ceiling. So you're creating space between the hips and the ribs. No luck. Alrighty, let's try this then. Hold on to the ball. Feet are up to the ceiling. Engage your arms. So feel the muscles under your armpits sliding down away from you. And we're going to do a reverse curl. So you're just going to lift your butt up and slowly bring it back down. Up and down. So we are not using momentum. So I don't want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see you control as you come down as much as when you come up. Those lower tummy muscles will thank you for it. Keep those muscles under the armpits engaged as you're holding onto that ball so your arms are working. Lifting that butt up as high as you can off the mat. Even if your legs don't go back as far as mine, just get your butt up off the mat. Okay? You should be feeling this here. 10 more. 10. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep going, 2, come on Heidi, this is what you want, and 1. Bring those legs down. You feel that, guys?
Yeah.
How good's that? Okay. Okay. Going to come down onto so your fists are on the ball and you're on your knees. Hip width apart with the knees. And you're going to push the ball out till you're in a plank. Make sure you're not dipping down through your waistline, but your butt's not up either. You want to be in a straight plank line. Keep your head long, make sure you're not sticking your head forward. Push the ball away with your elbows and we're going to hold here. For 10, keep pulling that belly button towards your spine. 8, 7, make sure you're feeling all those tummy muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come back. And we're just going to push back and forward. So pushing out and coming back. We're going to do 5. 4, really focus on that tummy. So lower that butt down a little more, Heidi, when you come out. Yep. And then back. That's it. 2 more. Last one, stay out here, hold. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try and come up on your feet and hold. No takers? Oh yeah, Dave's going for it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, good work Naomi, and 1. Coming back in. Okay, we're going to do a knee hover. So keeping those fists wrapped together. We're going to come out and then lift the knees up. So your back stays flat, you curl your toes under, and then we're going to lift up and hover. Hover the knees off the ground. Keep the collarbones smiling, keep the head long, and keep pulling all those tummy muscles up towards the spine. Keep them active for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Okay, we're going to do a few presses in and out with the knees off. If the knees off are too hard, you can keep your knees down on the ground. So, coming from the hover position to start, or just knees on if we're going to stick with that. So we're going to hover, and we're going to push out to the plank and come back in. Out to the plank and come back in. 2 more. Keep that tummy on, don't sag in the lower back. And last one. Come back in and lower down. Okay. Kneeling up. Place one hand on the ball and one hand behind your head. And we're just going to do a nice mermaid. So you're going to come, nice side bend stretch. So let the ball roll away. As you exhale to reach over, inhale here to lift the ribs up out of the hips, and exhale to come back up. So the arm on the ball doesn't want to be driven up, the shoulder doesn't want to be driven up with the ball. You've got to keep that shoulder away and keep the muscles engaged under your armpits, okay? So we exhale to go over. Inhale, really lift that rib up to the ceiling. You can reach your arm long if you want. Hold it here for a couple of breaths. One more. And then coming back up. I'm going to do 2 more like that. Breathing in to grow tall. Exhale to come over. Inhale, really reach your spine long like someone's pulling your head out of your shoulders. Inhale, reach, and then exhale to come back up. 1 more. Is that hurting your shoulders, Cass? Yeah, against the ball. It'll be how you're holding your shoulders. Everyone feel that? Yeah. So good. Place both hands on the ball and keep the hips where they are as you push out and get a bit of a side stretch. And then come back up and back down. So just feeling that stretch through the side. Roll the ball to the other side. So Cass, when you put your hand on the ball, it tends to, that anything that you rest your hand on tends to drive your shoulder up. You don't even know what's happening, and then these guys get really tight because they've been on the whole time and they've been tensed. So it's really important to keep trying to slide those shoulders away from the ears and use the muscle under the armpit. Bend your arm on the ball a little bit if you need to keep the shoulder away from the ear. And then inhale, come up nice and tall. Looks beautiful, guys. Exhale to come up and over. Inhale, reach those ribs up out of the hips. And then exhale to come up. We're going to stay there for 2 sets with holding the breath for 3 breaths. Exhale, come over. Inhale, reach. Make sure you're not popping your ribs forward or sticking your head forward. Breathing out further into the stretch. Breathing in to stretch more. And exhale to come up. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale to come up and over. Inhale. And over again. Okay, we hold here. Breathe in to reach. Exhale, relax into it. Breathe in, reach those ribs to the ceiling. Exhale, 1 more breath here. Breathing in. And exhale, just rotate both hands around onto the ball. And we're just going to push out to stretch through the side and come back up and back around. this side, and then coming back onto your tummy. Place your hands on the ball and sit back on your feet with your bottom and curl. When you're in this position, I want you to, from here, push down hard on the ball, scoop your tailbone under, lift your bottom up off the mat as you exhale, and pushing forward. And then as you come forward, I want you to stick your tailbone in the air and drop your chest down. And then exhale, curl the tailbone under. Sitting back towards your feet, tummy's on. Inhale, lift your bottom up. And pushing the ball forward. Feel the stretch in the shoulders, drop your chest right down, tailbone in the air. Feel that stretch through the upper back. Scooping through that tummy, look back at the tummy, round your back. Lower your feet down towards the ground. And then raising it up. And inhale, drop your chest down. Is that okay in everyone's arms?
Yep.
Yep. We're just going to do a little quad exercise, to, even though you've thought it was all about stretches. We're just going to add to this a little bit. So I want you to curl under through the tailbone. So you want to feel when you're curling under through the tailbone, you want to feel those tummy muscles on. And you're going to come up to standing tall, squeeze your butt. And then round your tummy to come back down. And then come up, drive your hips forward till they're over your knees. And exhale, round your tummy, look back at your tummy, really engage that tummy, curl that tailbone under, squeeze your butt as you come up. And lower down. We'll speed it up. 10. Scoop that tummy. Don't let that tummy have a holiday. 9.
Mine always have a holiday.
8. Really round that tummy. 7. You got it. It's mind over matter. 6. Squeeze that butt. Curl the tailbone. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Okay, okay guys, how are we all feeling? Okay, just move that roller out of the way.
All stretched out.
Yeah, good. Okay, so we'll see how you all go with this. Some of you might need to sit on a couch, but some of you might be able to come into a bit of a pigeon stretch. So just if you pop your leg like as if you were crossing your legs, but then pop the other leg behind you. So it's straight behind you, and then you're going to just roll over. So you're drawing your hips down towards the ground, and you should feel in that bent leg a glute stretch. That's it. So just rotate the left hip forward a little bit more, Naomi. Try to straighten the back leg. Dave, think of your right hip rotating down towards the ground a little bit more. Like just rotating it down. Keeping the collarbone smiling. Can you feel that, everyone?
Yep.
How you going, Cass?
I was just trying to see exactly what you're doing. You're right at the bottom of the screen.
Why didn't you make me big?
Huh?
You didn't make me big. I'm tiny, am I?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. See if you can reach a little deeper into this stretch now. Try to rotate the hip down towards the ground a little bit more. Feel it, if your elbows are on the ground, feel as though you're pulling the floor towards you with your elbows, so you can pull your chest forward, and you should feel a little bit more into those glutes. And coming up. And just sit facing your legs out straight. Now, my legs are going really wide, but it's going to be different for everyone. Dave, grab a pillow. Do you have a pillow or something to prop yourself up on? Just sit your butt up on something a bit higher if you can't get your legs straight. If it's too much with your legs that wide, you can bring them a little less wide. Okay, and we're going to try and walk forward into the adductors. That's it. So if you can't walk forward, Heidi, think more of putting your hands on the ground and using your hands to pull your chest forward and stay up. Yeah. And reach your legs out as wide as you can. Keep your toes pointing to the ceiling. Here you go, Dave. You feel that anyway? And then if you want to come right down on your elbows, then you can.
Oh, yeah. Go on your elbows.
No takers. No takers. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, and just turn around to one leg. That's it. And just try to put one hand either side. And if you can, try to reach down towards that foot. Try not to strain through your neck. And just use your exhale breath to relax you further and further into it. We'll just come around to the other side. And resting down. So you're just trying to go where you're comfortable. I know it's not comfortable. But don't make it more uncomfortable than it needs to be. Oh dear. Alright, and then just bring both feet together at the front. And just like we do in the studio, the seated push through, just place your arms in front of you. Pinch your shoulders, shoulder blades back behind your back. Keep the width across the front of the shoulders. You're going to hollow out through the tummy as you exhale. And reach towards your toes. Really important though that we're not just collapsing. That tummy's got to be on. Look down at your knees. And then inhale to stack back up. Pretend there's a wall behind you. And exhale, hollow out through the tummy as you press forward. Not everyone loves stretching, but it's good for us. So persevere, we're nearly done. Coming up. And then we're going to come around and do the other glute. So if you can remember which leg. So just crossing it. Guys, if the leg being straight across the front is too intense, just tuck the heel closer in so it's more like this. And then just make sure you're rotating the other hip with the straight leg down towards the ground. You don't want to be open like that, you won't feel it as much. And then pop yourself in that position and then walk yourself out to wherever you feel it. And if when you're down there you're not feeling it that much, just keep reaching your hip back towards the ground as you reach your shoulders long. Can everyone feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just relaxing into it a little bit more. And just coming up onto your hands and knees. And you're just going to feed one arm through underneath the other arm and let the shoulder rest down on the ground. And the hand that's on the ground, you want to feel that pressing the same shoulder back towards the ceiling. So you're opening up this way towards the wall behind you. So Naomi, your left shoulder, Heidi, your left shoulder, let it come up more towards the ceiling while you're in this position if you can. Like let it open up. That's it. And we're just going to come across to the other side. Feed the other arm through the hole. And rotate. Just breathe. Like every exhale, let yourself move further into that rotation. Coming up. Have you all got a foam roller there? Or Cassie don't do you? I don't think Cassie does.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Yep, grab it then. Just place it on the mat. And just put your rib cage on, and we're just going to finish with a bit of a thoracic extension because there was a lot of back work in that workout, and you'll probably feel it tomorrow. So it's good to get a nice stretch in. So interlace those hands behind your head to support the weight of your head in your hands. think of the foam roller being at the base of your rib cage, so not on your lower back. Probably, yeah, that's it, Dave. Move up a bit. Yep. And then when you exhale, you're going to lower your back down over the roller. Now, you don't want the roller to move. So you want to be pressing into the roller as you arch back instead of just looking back, because it'll move the roller and then you'll be bending somewhere else. Inhale wherever that is for you. Exhale, press into the roller. Keep the weight of your head in your hands as you come back up. Exhale, we go back again. Just really allow your body to stop resisting the movement. Use that exhale breath to relax into it as much as possible. It can be very stiff, so just move where it's comfortable. Don't force it. Coming back up. Now you're going to slide your bottom 1 centimetre towards your heels, and you'll notice that your rib cage moves up the roller, and then we're going to exhale, press into the roller as we arch back again. Inhale to come up. Exhale to press back. Oh. See if each time you go you can get a little bit further. But don't force it, just a little bit. Might only be a millimetre, but let yourself let go. That's the third one. So when you come up, just slide your bottom towards your hips. Your hips towards your feet. 1 more centimetre. And then exhale, we go back over. We do 3 more here and we're done. Most of the time, it's more painful in the lower rib cage. I've been doing so much upper body work that I'm feeling it more in my upper rib cage right now. And just feel my body wanting to resist the bending this way, but I'm trying with my breath to tell it to just let go. So coming up, lift your bottom up till you're on a flat line, like you're parallel with the floor, and we're just going to roll out those back muscles. Back and forward. Make sure you exhale as the roller passes over your rib cage. When it's up on your shoulders, inhale. Couple more and then we're done. How are we feeling?
Good.
Oh, that's good. You like the...
Ready for the day.
What?
Ready for the day at home.
Yeah, I know. Naomi messaged me, is it still on? It's Good Friday. And I'm like, no one else has got anything else to do. Like, where are we going? May as well...
Give us something to do for the day.
Yeah, may as well fit in an hour of exercise.